What is an addiction society pretends as a necessity? Shopping. This addiction is actually a medically recognized addiction with its own name, oniomania. Always buying anything that is new, exciting, better. What a crock of shit. Obsessing over celebrities' personal lives. I don't give a fuck who's dating who had a baby, who got divorced, etc. And I don't understand why anyone else does. Unlimited growth. Having people validate you. Edit. My comment became what it sought to call out. I don't know if I'm proud or ashamed. Thanks all anyway. Being too connected to friends or social media. You don't need to be constantly on your phone and stopping what you are doing every 5 minutes to look at your phone. You suddenly travel back 100,000 years to a cave that will eventually be discovered by archaeologists. What do you write on the wall to mess with them? A bunch of stick figure guys with spears. Running away from a flying saucer that's shooting lasers at them. A hieroglyph of aliens struggling to build the pyramids until the Egyptians intervene. My sincerest apologies to Mr. Hawking for missing his party. It appears I overshot. Carbon date this. No, really. Quote. You have to wake up. They will destroy the capsules soon. This is the cave Plato was talking about. What quality immediately makes a person attractive? When you can tell that someone isn't faking their identity. Being yourself. Unless you're a complete asshole. Is attractive. A good sense of humor. When they keep quiet about their good deeds. Is there anything more attractive than seeing someone quietly smile at someone else's joy? Knowing they helped but got no credit? That kind of selfless kindness is the best. The ability to listen without judging or assuming. Unapologetically nerding out over something they enjoy. I swear to God, finding someone who's not being sorry for liking something and wanting to tell everyone who has any slight interest in listening is the cutest, most attractive thing I have ever experienced in my life. When you can tell they actually care about you, love you. What song will you never skip? I don't think there's any. Possibly, Overkill, by Men at Work. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, by Tears for Fears. Best description of literally every election, political move or war ever. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Have you ever seen the rain? Separate Ways, Journey. Viva la Vida. The Red, Chevelle. What is something both rich and poor people have, but middle-class people do not? Old cars. A higher tendency to commit crimes. I think. Poor people because they need to survive. Rich people because nobody stops them until what they did is too horrible to hide. Multiple cars on the front lawn. Kids with weird names. Higher probability of drug addiction. A house in the middle of nowhere maybe. What can you simply not believe still exists to this day? Multi-level marketing schemes. How do people fall for this shit? Keith Richards. Child marriage in the United States. It's still very legal in several states. Flat earthers, I swear they just want attention. That people still fall for online and phone scams. A man you met on the internet who you've never met in person asking you for $10,000 as a scam, whether he's pretending to be your boyfriend or a Nigerian prince. Child beauty pageants. What's the best way to cope with loneliness? Get out of your room. Go for a walk. Don't even walk. Just go out to get some sunlight. Being out for like 10 minutes will make you feel whole lot better. Works for me. Music and going outside. Don't kidnap your first victim today. The answer is definitely not visiting escorts and funneling a third of your paycheck into Parasocial relationships with women. I don't know what the answer is, but I've done enough research to know that is not it. Edit. Since this got a bit of traction, I want to clarify this isn't a knock on sex workers. I love sex workers and am scared to think where I'd be without sex workers. Some of the best sex I've ever had was with a sex worker. But it's not the answer to loneliness. It's a great temporary confidence booster or just a fun time when you have an extra couple $100 you won't miss. But just be careful and realistic about the relationship and what you're doing. Also, do all the research you can to avoid getting scammed or arrested. A dog and high levels of caffeine. Or go to the local park with a big white van and some candy. It's not easy, but start going out by yourself. At first it will be super awkward, but you'll get used to it. Get a hobby. If you don't know much, apt yourself to know what you would like to do frequently. Experiment with something that can be fitted in your budget. And if you don't like it, change it until you find something you're comfortable doing.
Subscribe, my brothers.